What is knowledge?
The fact or condition of knowing something with familiarity gained through experience or association.
Acquaintance with facts, truths, or principles as from study or investigation.
The fact or condition of being aware of something, familiarity with a particular subject or branch of learning.
The range of one's information or understanding, perception of facts.
Language. Knowledge is communicated through language, the method of human communication, either spoken or written, the system of communication used by a particular community or country. The vocabulary of a certain language, the way information is presented. Language is used to describe, influence, persuade, and manipulate the way people see things. For example, some words in one language which is normal, if we try to explain it in another language, it might be rude to say, or too strong that causes problems. One word can have lots of meanings with different expressions. That's why if we try to tell a joke in our language to other people that do not think in the same language as us, they wouldn't take it as a joke.
Emotion, a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. We make decisions based on whether we are happy, angry, sad, bored, or frustrated. Emotions are specific reactions to a particular event that are usually of fairly short duration. Subjective feelings, the way each individual person experiences feelings. This is the most difficult to describe or measure. It cannot be observed. Instead, the person experiencing the emotion must describe it to others, and each person's description and interpretation of a feeling may be slightly different. For example, two people falling in love will not experience or describe their feeling in exactly the same ways.
Physiological responses, the easiest part of emotion to measure. A pounding heart, sweating, blood rushing to the face. For example, regardless of age, race, or gender, when people are under stress, their bodies release adrenaline. Expressive behavior is the outward sign of an emotion of being experienced. Outward signs of emotion can include fainting, flushed face, etc.
Definition of reason. A cause, explanation, or justification, good or obvious cause to do something, the power of the mind to think, understand, and form judgments logically, what is right, practical, or possible, think, understand, and form judgments logically, find a solution by considering possible options. Reasoning enhances cognitive processes like problem solving, and once you have some knowledge, the brain finds it easier to get more and more knowledge. Logic is a branch of philosophy that explores the way we reason. We use it to justify knowledge claims and present arguments. Deductive reasoning is when we make conclusions based on premises. If the premise is true, then it is a sound argument which creates and adds to our knowledge. Inductive reasoning is what is used to make generalizations or analogies based on experiences. Analogical reasoning is a type of inductive reasoning involving reasoning by analogy. Conclusions about one thing are made by comparing it to something similar, and inferring that they must be similar in other ways too. All these types of reason add to our knowledge because they create new ways for humans to attain knowledge.
Imagination, the ability to imagine things that are not real. The ability to form a picture in your mind of something that you have not seen or experienced. The ability to think of new things. Something that only exists or happens in your mind. Different elements to imagination. First, a way of developing knowledge without the help of your senses. Second, that allows us an extra scope in understanding ideas. Both are associated with creativity, which is the ability to make a leap of understanding without necessarily knowing how or why. When you know nothing about something, you have to imagine it instead. Questions to consider. Can we imagine something that is not possible? How does imagination relate to empathy? And how does the role and reliability of imagination in providing us with knowledge differ according to different areas of knowledge? Get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Albert Einstein. I like nonsense. It wakes up the brain cells. Fantasy is a necessary ingredient in living. It's a way of looking at life through the wrong end of the telescope, which is what I do, and that enables you to laugh at life's realities. Dr. Seuss. A man who has no imagination has no wings. Muhammad Ali. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Albert Einstein.
This video shows us that we are able to create anything we want in our minds. Our imagination has no limits.
Welcome to Imagination Land.
Imagination Land?
Sure, I come here all the time. I'm practically the mayor. Hey, you guys hungry? There's French Fry Forest.
No way!
Oh, check it out. Trophy Town. Medals, ribbons. Everyone's a winner. I won first place.
Me too! Oh, participation award. Wait, is that... It's Cloud Town! That is my favorite! Oh, it's so soft!
Oh, let me try.
Hey, what's the big idea? You better fix that wall, or else you're in big trouble.
Oh no, lava! Oh!
Imagination Land is the best.
Oh, is it all gonna be so interactive?
Hey, look, the House of Cards. Oh, wait, hang on just a minute.
Your rocket!
Yeah, I stashed it in there for safekeeping, and now I'm all set to take Riley to the moon. Oh, I'm sorry.
Great.
Oh, I love Imagination Land.
Isn't it great? And there's always something new, like... Who the heck is that?
Imaginary boyfriend.
I would die for Riley.
Oh,
Oh, I've never seen him before.
The most important way of knowing for our group is reason. Why is this? We think reason is the most important way of knowing because without it, we would not be able to determine if something is reliable or not, which can create false knowledge. What will we do without reason? Reason is a tool in everyday life that can be connected to all of the ways of knowing. For example, emotions are automatic responses to previous judgments and experiences. So because I know I don't like apples, I will feel disgusted. Thank you for listening.
Created using Powtoon.